A great Friday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, Texas, and it's just a beautiful day. So we're supposed to. I'm going to do and now for the weather, and supposedly we're supposed to get a cold front this weekend. That's what Papa says, and Papa seems to be very in tune with what's going on in regards to the weather. I don't know if he is having some morning conversations with Frankie out there, but supposedly we're having a cold front this weekend, hitting Brownsville on Sunday, something like that. We'll see. One of the things that I think is kind of trippy about the weather here is just it's never very stable. It doesn't much matter how much you try to predict it. Is that we get a lot of unexpected weather. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a great morning. Um, Quick short show, uh, just to let folks know that it was a great show last night. Really, really great show last night. It was interesting. It was fun. It was just a little bit on the different side. I appreciate Maggie and Sam coming on. I think one of the things that they noticed was that I was on the different side the other night when I had to do the show by myself. And it's not so much that I don't want to do the show by myself. It's just that I sometimes I would rather not. And I say that because I think I could probably go on for hours. Hey, Juan Garcia, ¿qué te pasa, Juan? I could probably go on for hours, guys. Just talking about what's going on locally. It's just not the same. Sometimes you want someone to bounce back ideas and give you their point of view. And we don't always have to agree on everything. There's many things that I don't agree with Maggie or with Sammy. Doesn't mean we're not friends. Yesterday, este, my compadre sent me an email because I had mentioned how we varied in regards to political sides. Doesn't mean that we as individuals have to stop being friends. I think I spoke to Roma yesterday. Este, Frank! Thank you, Frank. I spoke to Roman yesterday, and I was telling Roman, I said, you know, we don't always have to agree on everything out there, but we have to do what is best for the majority of the folks as a whole. And there's a lot of things that I don't agree with a lot of the individuals out there. I think one of the conversation I had with Roman, and he sort of got mad because I mentioned something that I think he said and wanted it to keep amongst us, and I said it's just I'm not built that way, and it's not so much that I can't keep a secret, but let's say because I can, but if you don't tell me, like I don't want people to know that this is coming from me. If you don't tell me that, I just figure that it's okay. I mean, it's politics, and sorry, Roman. But and I said, no, man. I mean, I'm just transparent, and I think that's one of the things that I think a lot of the individuals out there they take advantage of. They take advantage of because I am completely transparent. I have absolutely nothing to hide. Nothing that has already been out there posted on blogs, on the newspaper, on the media, and even then, some of the stuff that has been thrown out there, it's just fabrication. I mean, and what really trips me out is like a lot of people they'll use uh, stories that the newspaper had puts out, and I think that's one of the things that my opponent in my upcoming race is going to do. They're going to throw out there, guys. They're going to throw out there a lot of the crap that the media posted during my stint as a BISD board member. I don't care. Let me say, as the news media here, it's fake news. And I've shared how one of the things that they constantly came up with was how Erasmo Castro was at a adult sex shop. And guys, 100, a million times percent not true. A million times not true. And again, it was just the media. A million times not true. And they plastered that. I mean, that was their news. It wasn't true. And we can prove it's 100% not true. Never been. And if I would have ever been, I'd say, hey, well, I was curious, wanted to see what was in there. Wasn't true. I'm going to address this comment before I go with all the rest. Uh, Castro. Let me say again, one of the things that I'd mentioned last time was in regards to uh, Frank asked me in regards to Vanessa Tijerina. And again, if you ask me about any individual, I will answer. And again, my prayers go out to the Tijerina family. And again, I think she supposedly went on another post to say, "Oh, Erasmo Castro." Blah, blah. I don't care. I honestly don't really care much about her. But Frank asked, and it was a fair question. It was a fair question because it was actually my opinion in regards to the situation, the current situation that Vanessa Tijerina was dealing with. I don't know, Frank, and I'll answer your question. I don't know Ofelia Moreno in any way, shape, or form. I will say, Frank, that you were the one that was constantly on with Ofelia Moreno, I think, as there, and she was out there like being buddy buddies with you. And I make mention of that only because I don't know her. I don't know who she is. Maybe people in Willacy County know who she is. I do not know her. And I will say, someone asked me if I would have Ofelia Moreno on my show. And I said, well, I mean, she wants to come on. I don't know why she would want to come on my show. I don't know who she is. But it was in order to respond to Frank's attacks on Ofelia Moreno. Guys, I'm sorry, Frank and Ophelia and the people who asked me if I would have her on my show. It's just too much drama for me, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just I don't care. I don't care about y'all's little fight. I don't care about y'all's these gusto. I don't care because again, y'all were friends for a little while, then you're not friends, and now she's doing pages against Frank and blah blah blah. Que hueva, really, que flojera. And again, Frank, I'm going to give you this the publicly the same advice that you and I talked about when we met this last time. Use your energy to really use your energy, Frank. Again, this is my opinion, not an attack. Use your energy, your knowledge of social media, of marketing. Use that knowledge to fight the corruption. And Ofelia Moreno is like another one of these Vanessa Tigrina, maybe. And if that's the case, Frank, more power to them. Fight the corruption, bro. There's just so much to fight about. I don't follow you because you still have the no more chisme thing. I don't follow you, but let me say, I would follow. If I would follow you if you would actually go after like the hundreds of thousands of dollars that are being pocketed by the mayor and the Limas brothers and the I lost his name, Gonzalez, Ramiro Gonzalez guys. I mean, then I'd start like, oh man, this guy's out there, helping out. Those are the guys, Frank, that are taking the money of the people of Brownsville, of our community, man. It's the rich taking from the poor, bro. And again, you and I had that conversation. We'll have this conversation, and I'll say it publicly because we didn't say it was a private conversation. We've had this conversation before, Frank. Este, y'all spent so much time and resources on me, and I'm not corrupt. You may dislike me or that other guy's Zach. They all might dislike me, guys. That's fine. I mean, that's personal. But in regards to the business, Frank, and I think Zach knows. I can't remember his last name, but I think Zach knows down deep in his heart. I think he knows that. Okay, I'm not. corrupt. I didn't steal from my children. I didn't take money that was not mine. We had the opportunity to. I never would do that. So, I mean, all those resources that were spent in coming after Erasmo Castro really, come on, Frank, it's time, man. It's time to focus on the individuals that are truly harming our community and our people, man. And let me tell you, Frank, is that maybe I don't get as many likes as one of your Vanessa Tijerina stories or Ofelia Moreno stories. I don't know. Maybe you get more likes, but there's more important things to life than likes and shares and being Facebook famous. And again, uh, there's no one, Frank, not even your page. There is no one in Brownsville, Texas, that is more famous than Erasmo Castro. And I do it because I'm going to continue to stay true to my beliefs. And my beliefs is we've got to stop the corruption that infects our community, man. And I would so greatly appreciate a little bit more help, you know, a little bit more help from you, from my compadres at the Southmost page, from everyone, man. Because the truth of the matter is, sometimes, guys, sometimes I feel that I'm fighting by myself. And, and y'all have a platform, y'all have an audience, and it'd be so good, you know, to get a little bit of support. And I say that wholeheartedly, man. But again, I don't know Ofelia Moreno. I don't know who she is. I mean, you do. I don't. Have a good day, bro. Let me get to the other comments. I just wanted to get to that before. Good morning. Good morning. You look wonderful. Thank you, mi amor. So do you. ¿Qué te pasa, Erasmo? Juan, I miss you, man. I do. Hadn't seen any stories from you recently. Buenos días, Vladimir. ¿Sabes qué, Vladimir? Estaba planeando mi viaje a Cuba. Va a ser uno de los únicos viajes que me voy a aventar este año. Y déjame decirte que los vuelos a Cuba, oh my God, are so expensive, bro. Carísimos. A lot more expensive than they were 2 years ago. It's crazy. A year ago, actually. Buenos días, happy Friday. Hola, Nadia. Felicidades. The other day, last night, while I was going home, all of a sudden, because I have my phone hooked up to Bluetooth, and it went there, "Hey Jude," and we're like, "Oh, I'm getting a call," and I picked up the phone, and there was no call. I'm going like, "What the hell?" And actually, it was the song playing on the radio. Ah, que sonso. Good morning. Good morning. I'm having cheese. Thank you, Frank. I love you, Baba. God bless you, my man. Good morning. Good morning, Norma. Good morning. Mm, mm, mm. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Frank. You're not corrupt one bit, but do remind everyone that you are handsome. Preach. That is true. That is Bible. Están caros y por Monterrey. Los chequé también por Monterrey y déjame decirte, están caros por donde quiera. Hasta eso, fíjate, busqué un vuelo de Cancún a La Habana. Sale más caro que de aquí de Bronzeville. Está impresionante, compadre. Este, Voy a tener que limitar en ciertas cosas y ahorrar suficiente porque lo tengo ya puesto en mi mente y mi corazón. Voy a ir a Cuba. Voy a Cuba, chico. Erasmo, ir al infierno cuesta muy caro. Ay, no me digas eso, por favor, porque ha sido uno de mis sueños, visitar Cuba. What's been going up to? I know for sure it's been nice not seeing her around. Uh, Let me say, it is eating her up inside. It is eating her up inside, not being able to attend a lot of the different functions out there. And I'm glad. because it's the same thing with that with Sylvia. Um, I know these people. Unfortunately, I have knowledge of them. I wish I didn't. But let me say, guys, Sylvia would eat, sleep, breathe, everything BIST. And that's trippy, man. Trippy. Never Peña is the same. Have a blessed day. You too, mi amor. Good morning, Erasmo. Who on our city commission do you hold in high regards? No one. Absolutely no one. Uh, I think the one individual that I've had more conversations with on the city commission is with John Cowan, and that's crazy. He's the individual I've actually had more conversations with. And let me clarify. When we tried to share the story in regards to Joel Mujia and how the city commission actually turned on their own, um, you know, he did some clarification, which I greatly appreciated. And I'm glad that we were able to have that conversation. Narith Kolansky is a piece of crap. I mean, self serving. I mean, she's out there to make money for her papa and all their lucrative businesses and properties downtown. They're making, they're banking, bro. Rose Gowan is a piece of crap. I mean, the chick has diverted so much money from our city into things that really aren't going to bring an ounce of good to the people of Brownsville. Not an ounce, guys. Because look, and look to all the biking people and I like the exercise people. Stop being stupid. Stop being stupid. There are things that are more impactful in the city of Brownsville than hike and bike trails. And look, you may like to hike and bike, you might like to run on them. Guys, we grew up without hike and bike trails. Y en todo Bronzeville andábamos en las chiscas. In todo Bronzeville, guys. We would be all over the place on our bikes. We wanted to run, play, jump, skip. We would do that. Now, we can't use that as an excuse to say, well, because we don't have them, then we've got obesity. No, guys, we've got obesity because parents have stopped taking care of their daily functions as parents of kids. They let them eat whatever the hell they want. Y ponen a los huercos en los iPads y en los teléfonos all day, guys. And they still ask why kids these days can't fill out an envelope, can't fend for themselves. No, guys, let's just be honest and go back to the root of the problem. The problem isn't obesity is not caused by a lack of hike and bike trails in the city of Brownsville. Stop being stupid. Obesity is called porque la gente es marrana and would rather feed their huercos Cheetos, Doritos, soda pop, and candy bars instead of something healthy, something beneficial. Like, have you ever heard of kale? Never. I never knew what kale was until I grew up and I started to change my eating habits and said, you know what? I want to eat healthy. I didn't know what the hell kale was. Que se cale. Is that like chale? Didn't know what kale was. So, yeah, guys, stop eating all up the crap that you're feeding your kids. Start feeding them something halfway decent. But in order to do that, some form of parent individual, a parent form, is going to have to stay at home for a little while and cook after they come back from work or from whatever they do. Unfortunately for us, it's not happening, guys. How many people, honestly, how many people out there don't even cook a meal at home besides me? But with me, it's just by myself. I'm not feeding anyone. Plus, I'm eating well. I even changed my coffee intake. I have one cup of coffee in the morning, and I don't have another one when I come to the office. I have teas because I need that cleansing inside, and they're antioxidants. Today, I'm eating ginger tea. Buenos días, que tengas un maravilloso día. Tú también, Royal. I love you, Papa. Is Peña still pulling a check from BISD? No. Well, she might be getting money from some vendors out there, but board members do not receive a paycheck. Erasmo, ¿en qué mes piensas ir a Cuba? Vladimir, cualquier mes. Si tú me puedes ayudar en buscar un vuelo o algo decente, en cualquier mes yo voy. Gracias a Dios no tengo algo que me liga permanentemente a este lugar. Te lo encargo, papá. Jessica doesn't want to deal with all the trucking companies in her district, especially when they rezone residential to industrial with no due process. Let me say, Joe, that happens way too much. But again, Joe, these trucking companies and all these other large businesses out there, they're the ones that let you put their signs on their walls, on their property. Those are the ones that slip you a couple $100 here and there. That's just unfortunate. Morning, Lamos. Saca el cheese, Chris. I haven't had cheese, Chris, actually. Just haven't had the patience or the time. One of the things that happens at the house, I don't know if it's happening everywhere, but the house, guys, there was like a million moscas at my house. A million. I'm going like, what the hell? I mean, I don't have food at the house. It's not like I left a sandwich out there or something that made moscas. It's just crazy, guys. I'm talking about mosquerillo. I'm very, very fortunate that I have the air conditioner on very, very high. I don't pay the bill. So, sure, I have it high. I shared that last night. Este, but de repente, they become sluggish because of the air conditioner, and I'm able to kill them. So, last night, uh, my church family brought me some of these tape things that hang, and supposedly the flies attracts the flies, and the tries like the flies is there. You know, they like it and they stick to it. And let me tell you guys, this morning, you're talking about a lot of little flies in that thing. Come to the conclusion that somewhere in the house a rat died or something died, made flies, but you can't tell the stink, so can't find the rat. Luckily for the citizens of Brownsville, we have what's her name, Gowan, that cured diabetes. She's an imbecile. Este, I made mention yesterday. I have filed the treasurer to run for Cameron County Precinct 2 County Commissioner against Joey Que Te Pasa Lopez. Why? Because he needs to go. So does everybody else. Eddie Trevino needs to go. All the JPs need to go. All these individuals that are trying to jump from one position to another. Guys, they I don't care if you like them or not. I don't care if they're your family members or not. They're the ones that have put us in the position that we're in. And we're not, most definitely not in a good position, folks. Not. So we need change. And I did have a conversation with a JP Sorolla, and she says, "Well, I don't know why you're bashing me on your show." And I said, "Well, it's very simple. I don't want y'all to come back. We need change, and it's nothing. And look, and unfortunately, these people they think that it's personal. No, Judge, it's not personal. It's just not good business to have y'all back. So all of them, Silvia Garza Perez, uh, Mary Sorolla, Jonathan Gracia, adios, goodbye. Yeah, too much. Let's get new people in there. And again, I don't care who they are. The conversation that I had with Roman, going back into it, had to do with the same thing. Este, a lot of people out there they don't like that Carlos Cascos, Judge Carlos Cascos, had mentioned. Well, sometimes you have to go for the candidate and not necessarily with the party. Guys, I don't have a problem with that statement because I understand exactly what he's coming from, and I'm not going to put mouth words in the mouth of Carlos Cascos. I would never pretend to do something like that. Carlos Cascos is a friend, but let me say, and he could speak for himself. But let me say, guys, there's a lot of races that are going to come into fruition, come to be this coming March or April, guys. Let me say, I don't know if let's say Sylvia Garza Perez is going to have a Republican candidate. I don't know. But I'm going to go out there and ask people if they're going to vote that way to vote for her opponent. And her opponent's probably going to be a Democrat. To me, it's not about the politics, guys. It's about getting individuals in there that are going to make a difference. And in this point in time, guys, what we have is not working. Eddie Trevino is not working. Joey Lopez is not working. Betancourt, yeah, chale, gotta go, guys. All these people have got to go. No more re-elect. No more. They've got to go. So I think I know, understand what he's saying. Guys, they've got to go. It's just that simple. And again, to JP Sorolla, it's not personal. It isn't. Don't make it personal, my friend. We're still friends. I just don't want you to come back in that function. It's just that simple. And some people go like, well, that means that you're not friends. I don't see it that way. It's business. And the judge shared with me, well, look at all the great stuff that I've done. Pásale. Look at all the great stuff that I've done. I've got all this stuff, blah, blah. Like, it's inconsequential to me. And let me say, it's inconsequential to me for one reason. I don't want an individual, I don't want an individual in an elected position, guys, that says, it's not my concern. I want an elected official out there that's going to call out Judge Eddie Trevino. It doesn't matter if they're from the same party, on his corruptness. He's going to call out Joey Lopez on his bullcrap. No one did. Where was Judge Sorolla? Where was all Betancourt? Where were all these people when Joey Lopez was vaccinating his family before he was vaccinating our grandmothers? Where were all these JPs? Where was Jonathan Gracia? I mean, you couldn't even get a phone call with his office, guys. Now he wants to run for state representative. Is he mad? Is he nuts? Could never get a hold of the guy, ever. Now he wants to go to a house. I mean, on what merit? On what merit are you going to give him a better position? What has he done for the community? Now he's posting, oh, I'm having a barbecue with my staff. I'm out there in the community because it's election time. So I'm sorry. Gotta go. And it's nothing personal. I don't dislike him. I don't dislike Jonathan Gracia. I mean, kind of trippy that he got married, but that's his business. Very, very trippy. His business, guys. Nothing personal. It's just business. You have not used your platform. You have not used your position to call out the corrupt political machine that exists here in Cameron County. So automatically, I'm going to assume that you're part of it. Porque el que calla otorga. El que calla otorga. And that's one thing you're not going to get from Erasmo Castro. Erasmo Castro is never going to calla. Never. Hit the road, Jack. What have they done for us lately? Exactly, Royal. They have done nothing. Nothing. And look, Royal, Roy de los Santos was out there on that Manny Wonky show, which I think he doesn't even do anymore. He was out there like every other day. Promises. What has he done? Nada. Wanting to make another position for another compadre, maybe his little boyfriend out there. What has he done? It's ridiculous. And I wouldn't be surprised if his little boyfriend becomes a midi district manager. And I'm calling it now. Because when it happens, I'm going to come back and say, like, they're so damn predictable. I'm currently recruiting more of my people to go and vote with me. I'm getting a load of people, and I'm happy. Good job, my man. Love you, Papa. Buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias. I actually took one of your toys to some of the little kids in Matamoros yesterday. I don't know if you saw the picture. I thought it was okay. Didn't have to wait till January the 8th. If you found several of rats to be IZ, why wouldn't you be able to find one rat at your house? because they're canijas. The colors do help us. Any no more re-elect candidates. We need new blood, 100%. And I'm hoping that my actitud y pasión community, I'm hoping that my fine arts folks here in Brownsville, they start to agree, bro. We need new blood. We need individuals who are not just going to promise, 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 but people that are actually going to do. But some of you vote for the Bendigo chicken plate. Stop it. Work for your food. No more chicken plates, guys. I'm out 30 minutes, guys. I've got to get ready for a couple of weddings I have today. And I've got to prepare. I actually have a lot of paperwork to do tomorrow. Guys, have a great, great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. If you still believe in all that crap, we'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. Hopefully, Maggie and Sam will join us. It was a great show last night. I love them. Guys, one more. In your own words, the power of the voters will change things in Brownsville. Preach, brother. Love you, my man. Guys, have a great, great day. Stay be good to each other. And please, please, please continue to be good to me. One more. Have a good one. You too. Bye, guys. See you tonight at 9 p.m.